mentioned the business, like as you obviously now getting your name out there, you've been well known in South Africa for a number of years. How much of your day is actually taken up by business meetings and business opportunities, stuff outside of the octagon, if you want to call it that?
That's a great question. A big part of my focus and a big passion project, if you can call it that, is our Little Legends MMA program.
Mm-hmm.
So I spend a lot of time focusing on building that program. So we have 4 locations, including Team CIT. So we have about, in between the 4 locations, we have about 80 to 90 students.
Wow.
And we really focus on, building the program into a structure where they can really, after that, go into our high school classes at
Mm-hmm.
CIT. And then after that, level ones and level twos of amateurs we have at CIT as well. And after that, obviously, they can go to the pro team. So really having this almost structured timeline of, if you are, 6, 7 years old, we're not going to put any pressure on you, but
100%.
we have these structures in place for, if you have the talent, you work hard, you do the competitions from a young age, you're going to have a home every single time, no matter what age you are. You'll be able to be, you'll be able to adapt to a program, and it's a CIT program. So really focusing on that is a massive part. And then the second part also that takes a lot of time is versus promotions. We really are looking to be the next up and coming promotion in South Africa as well. And I think we've proven that with our amateur events. So we really try and do next level events for our amateurs. And that's between those two, that takes quite a lot of time.
I think it's cool that you guys are doing both of those, because I've posed this question to a lot of my guests, like Don Madge, Mike from PFA, to Riku.
Yeah.
Like what is it going to take for South African MMA to get put on the map? I mean, obviously you and Dricus are doing great work.
Yeah.
And if you compare it to, like, in the US, you can fight every weekend basically.
Yeah.
And they've all given me a similar or the same answers, like grassroots.
Yes.
And that's exactly what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
And like you say, the people have no pressure.
Yeah.
And they don't have to force anything, get rushed into something too soon. There's a very nice mapped out timeline. And then when they are ready for amateur fights, you've got versus promotions, the next step. I think that's awesome.
Definitely. I think as well, we are very thankful for almost smaller type of events where the guys get to build their record, because if we have these guys on our cards, we preferably want them to have records already. And just, like, our events cost a lot of money to host. So we want to bring the best talent out of South Africa, especially for the amateurs, and we want them to face each other and obviously then try and build their ranks there. And as an amateur, I fought at GFC. I fought at Fight Stars as well. And without those, what you will consider smaller events, I wouldn't have entered the EFC. And without the EFC, I wouldn't be in the UFC. So it's just being grateful for having those small events. I know there's a lot of amateurs that, like, almost pull up their noses because there's not flashing lights, and there's not always
Really?
that. It's just a thing of, like, they want the show as well, and that's good. That's good. You need to be able to perform under that, but you first need to pay your dues before you get to fight in front of the bright lights.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that clip, I've got another one for you over here and over here. Please don't forget to subscribe over here, and have a look at my other socials down in the description box below. Thanks for watching.